G'day everyone, how you going? Hope you're having a good one. And yeah, I was in the middle of doing the new computer build that I was excited about because I haven't done a build in a while. And then this job came in, so this is going to be an interesting job. And so that's why I'm still in the sling, because it's the same day I'm working on the computer build. But this is a gaming laptop from Acer. It's a Predator Helios Neo 16. So he said it's about 2 years old, something like that. And the reason he brought it in is because when he tries to turn it on, down the side here, if I try to turn it on, you'll see it flashes like 5 times. And that's it, and that's all you get, nothing else. So I did a bit of a search online. That's what's on the screen here, and it says an amber orange flashing light usually indicates a hardware error, power supply issue, or battery fault. We're hoping it's just the battery problem, that for some reason the battery's just died and won't charge anymore. But he brought in his power brick. Look at this thing. Holy mackerel. This probably weighs about half a kilo at least. And how many watts is this thing? 330 watts.
But I need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity I need.
That's some serious power. And it's got this fairly heavy grade connector on it. And then when we plug it in, I thought I'd see whether we get a charging light. But when we look down the side, once again, there's no charging light appears at all to indicate we're charging. So it's possible the power pack's died too. That's another possibility. So I'll have to see if I've got a universal power pack that might be able to just charge it. We'll see. But I'll get my multimeter and check it as well. Make sure there's some current coming through. So that's the job. Let's find out what's going on. So I think I'll start by testing the charger to make sure it's actually giving out electricity. So let me go and get my multimeter and I'll be back.
Alright, that's it. Right. Oh, turn it off! Turn it off!
Alright, I got my multimeter out, and just because I can't get the probe in the usual way, I'm just going to put this little thing in there so I can get the positive electrode. We'll put the negative on here, positive, and I'm only getting 0.031 volts, which doesn't sound right, eh? This may be a dead power pack, and that could be it. So I'm going to dig out my universal. Hopefully I've got a tip that fits this thing, because it's pretty huge. Let me have a look at this thing. Maybe the orange one. Let's find out. Yep, orange one. Sweet. Okay, so I'll just put this huge 330 watt thing outside, and we'll go get my, so this is the biggest universal I've got, and it's pretty big, but it's still not gonna give 330 watts. This is 120 watts, which I thought was decent to start with, but apparently it's not compared to what's going around these days. Alright, we've got that plugged in. Let's see if we can get a charging light. Oh, you little... How dare you?
Ichuta, how rude!
Don't... Stop it. And yeah, we're getting a charging light. It's not quite the right tip, so if I hold it in the right place, it works. Yep. Mystery solved. We have a faulty charger. So So just going to find the right spot. There we go. I'll leave it like that and we'll let it charge up. And when it gets to 100%, we'll try turning it on. That'll be it. It'll be an easy job. I might just look up the power pack for this thing and see how much it costs, and then I'll give the customer a call. But first of all, we'll let this sit for about an hour, and then we'll try and turn it on with battery power and see what happens, just to make sure the battery's working. So I'll see you in an hour.
1 hour later.
Alright guys, the Predator laptop from Acer, yeah, I 100% found out it's just the power adapter, so I've ordered that, but the craziest thing about that adapter, actually I'll show you here. This is my digital scales and I've just tabbed them in, but before I do anything, I'll show you the power brick. There it is. And this is my hand. And you can see just how huge it is. And the crazy thing about it, if you had to carry this in your bag, this is how much it weighs. 845 grams, basically, for the power pack. You wouldn't want to take this for a long journey. Carrying it, that is going to get really heavy. I don't know how much the laptop weighs, but that's a significant weight increase if you're going to carry a power charger. Absolutely ridiculous just how huge and heavy that thing is. And the fact it's 330 watts as well, which is just pretty big for a laptop. And I decided I would open the back of the laptop just to check the dust. And as you can probably see, probably not all that well, but I can see it. We have a dust bunny right here, so we're going to need to just make sure we clear anything like that. So I'll go through and make sure there's no more of that. I can see a little bit on the other side, but yeah, you can see the big battery here, the SSD, the RAM. It's got dual RAM modules, so that's good. That means we can get, and it's actually filled in both, so dual channel RAM is working, which is better than a lot of other manufacturers. And we have a dual cooling system, quite common these days with gaming laptops. Generally what happens is one of them will be sort of mainly cooling the CPU and one will be mainly cooling the graphics, but they actually join together so they can help each other. So it looks like a pretty decent cooling system. So it'll be interesting to see how it works when I get it all plugged in and do some benches. I'm just waiting on the replacement power brick before I do anything, because the one I used to charge up the laptop is only 120 watts, and if we're going to run a benchmark, we're going to need that full 330 watt power, so we really do need to wait for that. It's supposed to come in a couple of days, so we'll wait till then. But yeah, that's what it looks like on the inside of the Helios. Once we get that power pack, we will go a bit further. But in talking about the power pack, and you saw how heavy it is, you're not going to believe how much it costs. If you thought, oh, maybe 80 bucks, wrong. Or maybe 100, 120, wrong. We're talking $200, 200 bucks. And when I looked on, that was in Australia. If I wanted to get it from China, I could get maybe 30 bucks off it. It was still $170. So absolutely ridiculous price. Just highlights once again what happens when you're at the mercy of a manufacturer. this sort of thing happens, and it gets very expensive just to replace a jolly power brick of all things, you know. Anyway, we will wait for that replacement to come, and then we'll go from there. And there's a jolly helicopter coming to try and ruin my video. Let's wait for it to pass. All right. So yeah, we will wait for the giant power brick to come in. It's just absolutely ridiculous that you have to pay that kind of money just for replacing a power brick. Everything else on the laptop is fine. By the looks of it, just a bit of dust here and there. So we'll wait for that to come in, and then we'll see how well this thing works. All right, see you in a couple of days.
Alrighty then.
All right, everyone, it's been a couple of days. I think it might even be 3 days. And the power pack has come in, the replacement, and I've already tested it. It's all working perfect. So yeah, brand new one, and it's actually wider than the old one was, but it's thinner, and it actually weighs less. And I'll wait for it to tear. Yep. I'll plop that on. According to this, 700 grams, so it's about 140 grams lighter. Still pretty hefty, and you're still going to feel that in your laptop bag if you're traveling. So this works all great. I still am astonished at how much that cost. Like $200 basically. It's just nuts. But yeah, the laptop likes it, and this is another thing I noticed. When you turn this laptop on, it's got this sound effect. No, that's not the power button. They're really pushing this. It's a gaming laptop thing. If it was me, I'd probably go in the BIOS, turn it off, but because the customer's got it set to that, I'm not going to touch it. Not for me to do. Now I've got all the updates done on this thing, and it's also had a BIOS update. So it's all up to date. The drive was very full, but I did manage to get the benchmarks software onto the laptop, so we can now actually test it out and see what it's like. But it ended up being an easy job, just the power pack, as I mentioned before. So let's just have a little look at what this Predator Helios Neo 16 can do with a 4070 in it. So I'll fire up the Steel Nomad, and we'll see what score we get. Alright, so you got a 6,774 score. The minimum frame rate was 39.84, average was 50.6, 67 and a max of 58.44, and it got up to 80 degrees. Yeah, so there we go, and it's got a 13th gen Core i9 13900 HX, 32 gigs of RAM, and a RTX 4070 laptop GPU with 8 gigs of RAM. Got a backlit keyboard that lights up when you touch it. The screen appears to be, let's see what. Okay, so the screen appears to be quite a high-end screen. It's a 2560 by 1600 at a 165 Hz refresh rate. Pretty good screen. And storage, when I had a look in here, it was almost full, but it's got 1 terabyte of SSD storage. So overall, interesting laptop. I'll put up some photos of the sides of it, but on the right side we've got the power and battery LEDs and 2 Type A USB 3 ports and a vent. And on the left we have another Type A USB 3 port. We have a combo audio port for headphones. Looks like a micro SD slot and an Ethernet port on the left. And on the rear of it we have our charging port, 2 Type C's and a HDMI. So there we go. All right, well, I'll put up the comparisons for you to have a look at and compare to other laptops and desktops I've done, and you can make up your mind on that. I don't know how much this cost to customer, but it's roughly 2 years old by the looks of it. So that's going to be it. There's the Predator Helios Neo 16, sorry. Looks like not a bad laptop. Generally, I'm not a big fan of Acer. Many years ago, I used to do work for them in their warranty department, and I wasn't real impressed with the quality of their parts. But this seems to be one that's actually not too bad. I'm actually quite pleased with it. I think it's actually well built for once, which is saying something for me. Yeah, the big power brick being super expensive though, that's a bit of a downer, and the amount of weight as well. But I guess that's the trade-off if you want to have a gaming laptop. You got to carry around a bigger brick and a heavier laptop. Other than that, yeah, I'm quite impressed with it. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching to the end. And this time it was a really easy fix. Didn't have to do a lot, just a power pack. So that's good. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
That was easy.